Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you're well. Halloween is upon us and it's time to make some fancy little recipes. So if you can see in the title, I found something really interesting called the nun's fart. I think I might get banned for that by YouTube again, but anyway, this is a talk of the day, the nun's fart. What are they and where they're coming from and why are they called like that? So first off, what are they, these nun's fart? They're simply a little sweet treat. They are like dough balls that are deep fried in oil, coated with sugar. So they're very simple to make, they're very good for kids and perfect to make a little Halloween special. But how did we go from a donut style thing to call that a nun's fart? I mean, that was my big question. What on earth is that? So I kind of went through my book and went through some like Wikipedia and some other articles and books to find the origin of that name. And there is basically three versions that came up. Okay, so number one, basically in the Abbey of Marmoutier, which is somewhere in the Loire Valley in the 17th century, two abbeys had a bit of a rivalry between one and another. One of the nuns decided to make that dish, which is like this kind of donuts, and present it to the other abbey as a kind of a present. They had a meal and on that day they made peace. Now, if you write this in French, then you can say this is called the paix de nonne. Paix de nonne, written P-E-T, in French means the nun's fart. But if you write it P-A-I-X, then it means the peace of the nun, meaning that they made peace with this dish, which is kind of plausible. But anyway, that's up for you to choose. Reason number two. Here's the story. In the same abbey in the 17th century, the nuns were in the kitchen and they were all cooking very silently and diligently when suddenly one of the nuns did a massive fart. Basically, she had a massive wind and everyone went like, what the heck? And it was all silent and the nun in question was so shocked that she had a spoon with apparently some choux paste in it and she dropped the spoon in a pot with boiling oil. The choux paste fell in there, it started to fluff and create that donuts and the dish was born. The third version that also exists out there is that the dough balls, they were really familiar in the 17th century, everybody loved to make them, especially the nuns, but every time they made this dish, after they ate the dough balls, they had a lot of wind, so like big flatulence problem. So there you go, these are the three origins from that recipe. It's up to you to decide what is the one that makes the more sense, but you can also call it the nun's puff. Apparently there's different names, so if you don't want to call it the nun's fart, it's fine. Now, back to this recipe, we are gonna make the nun's fart, and basically I want to tell you what are they exactly. They are a dough ball, but they're actually made of choux paste, which is quite interesting because I didn't even know myself. You could use this type of choux paste, deep fry it, and then get some kind of treat like that. So it is a choux paste that is actually based on milk. So you make it with milk and sugar. And the ingredients used are slightly different than the standard choux paste, but when you cook it at 170 degrees Celsius in oil, apparently what happened is that they fluff, they expand, and they create this really delicious kind of super fluffy type of donuts. And this is going to be the recipe of the week. I'm going to make a special Halloween dish. I'm not going to say anything right now. We're going to see this maybe on Monday or something. So please join me for the recipe and we're going to enjoy some nun's fart.